Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so in this bonus general message, it's not about anything that happened on the hike that I took my dog on. It's actually about a dream I had. And this dream actually happened not last night, but the night before, but I didn't get a chance to put this video out. So this is kind of a little bit of a delay, but it was just strange because I dreamt that I was walking along a street with a canal. And so someplace in Europe is what it felt like. And I'm positive it was, but I'll tell you that in just a second. But there was a woman walking in front of me, and she kind of turned back and dropped something on the ground, and it was this gigantic cigar. And I just remember it was very much a woman, and it was very much a big, huge cigar that had only been smoked a little tiny bit, which don't ask me what that's all about. I can't even think of the last time I saw anybody smoke a cigar, and I've never actually seen a woman smoke one. And then as I walked along a little further, all of a sudden I was like in a building, and it turned out I don't know if any of you have ever been here before, and I don't know the name of this place, but it's a real place that I have been. In the airport in Amsterdam, there is a restaurant on the international side of things, and the restaurant, it's like the booths that you sit in, they look like gigantic teacups. So you're like sitting inside of a teacup. I don't know anything else about it. I don't know the history on that. I just know that it's a real place that I have seen many years ago. So what I will say is this. Lots of imagery here, right? So a cigar in the dreamscape can represent like success and victory and things like that. But this person kind of carelessly tossed it, and it's like, because it wasn't really there was so much of the cigar still there, it's almost like did they not really appreciate what they had? Is this someone that just kind of like carelessly tossed away something that could have been totally amazing? But then you get into the teacup, and to me, if you're sitting in a teacup, that's truth, right? And it's funny because I have one deck where there's like a little goldfish in a teacup, but that's not what prompted this. In fact, I haven't thought of that location in Amsterdam in so many years. It was just really strange to have that pop up in my head all of a sudden. Okay, so we start out with the death. Okay, major transformation, an ending of something that leads to a new beginning. But we do have, with Scorpio, we have a big ending here. What is ending? What is ending? Is this a representation of somebody that dropped the cigar? What is this about? Okay, we just got a little cluster of cards here. 7 of Swords in the reverse. Well, that's good. No more lies, no more self-deception. 2 of Wands in the reverse. We're going a new direction. You know what? It may be, maybe that was a false sense of success. Maybe this feminine knew there wouldn't be success there. So why would I carry this around with me anymore? Maybe it's, there wasn't going to be victory. So that's what she's letting go of. She's letting go of any self-deception about something, letting go, going in a new direction. 8 of Pentacles in the upright, Knight of Wands in the reverse. I mean, this is looking like I'm working on developing my new life. And I don't want things that are fly by night. I don't want false senses of victory. The teacup aspect is like, to me, that's all about sitting in the truth. Let's go ahead and let's choose a different deck, and let's go down both of those roads for a minute. Tell me what the cigar really represents. I mean, we see somebody walking away from a situation that they feel there was no victory in. They don't want something that's going to take their time but not yield real results. This is somebody who's like, I got a plan for my life. The cigar is the High Priestess in the reverse. This is Cancerian energy. This is all about somebody who says, oh no, I know exactly what is true. It's been revealed to me. So dropping that cigar was actually, this is representing like somebody discovered something. There was a reason to put down a false sense of victory, or something that it's very, very clear now. It's very clear that, well, 9 of Wands is sideways. I can have victory, but it just won't be here. Leave that for somebody else. I think that this is, I think you're casting off an idea that that's the thing for you to fight for. It's like, maybe you're leaving that cigar so somebody else can come pick it up if they want to come in and have success and victory, but you are laying it down saying, I'm not going to carry this with me. Someone else can pick that up. Someone else can take that. If it's going to be fixed, it's not going to be by me. I think you're releasing yourself of the burden of saying that this is my thing to try to make, be successful. Okay, right on. You have handed the reins to somebody else completely. You've said, I have zero interest in pouring my energy into this anymore. Instead, the only way to have a victory is if I basically, I feel like you are handing the reins over to somebody else. You figure out if you're coming back into my world. You step up. You show me who you are. Show me that you are the emperor, and you pick up those pieces, because I'm not putting my energy in anymore. Or it's even that I'm not putting my energy in, my love in anymore, because I'm only welcoming in an emperor. I want a new soulmate, or I sense that there's a new soulmate. Hold on. We gotta jump over to the teacup, and I gotta change decks. Where's my duplicate deck? There we go. Okay. Well, I want to stick with my duplicate deck for this storyline. So I have one in black, one in gold, but they're the same deck. Okay. Tell me about the teacup. Hold on. Hanged Man. I sacrificed way too much. Way too much. There was too many delays. There was too much unknown. I don't sacrifice myself, my life, my enjoyment, my partnership. World in the reverse. The truth is, this may not be over, but I'm not the one to fix it. That's what this is looking like. You're shedding all responsibility for this and really feeling good about it. Feeling totally like I'm justified in it. Prince of Swords. It's time for me to go a new direction. If someone's going to come in. Now, this is Loki. This is the god of chaos. You might even know that truth is this bogged you down. Truth is it's not really over, and you kind of know that too. But you also know someone's probably going to come screaming in at the last second, kind of a hot mess. And you may know that part too. Because again, the teacup is about the truth. I think that you got to a point where there's this really solid inner knowing where it's like, there is no way for things to progress, like picking up where they left off. Instead, this whole thing has to stop. The way I was behaving, stop. Full stop. I can't try to make this happen. I know that the only way for someone to choose to fix this with me is they have to choose it, because there can't be any lies, any deception, any hint of running away. I'm changing my direction because I don't want any more in and out. I'm only working on my stability. And when I work only on my stability, the truth of it is, I always knew I was going to have to do this. I was going to have to let this whole thing go completely and say, I will be fine either way. I will not give my love and attention to a situation that isn't yielding any results. And I've always known I was going to have to pull my energy back far enough to allow either a new soulmate to enter my life, or allow them to decide to stand up in their power and be the pursuer in this case. Not saying that you're running away, but rather that they have to show up and show that they want to return. It can't be me doing the chasing. It would have to be them that gets a control of their life, decides what they want, and then they are the ones who show up. But it may not be them at all. It might be a whole new soulmate. We actually do have 3 people on this card. You could also be in that mode where you say, me holding space for someone, me wishing they'd come back, me sending them messages, me reaching out because I can't get them out of my head every so often. That's actually what's come to a complete stop. Because the only way forward is if this person is the one who chooses to pursue. And if it is not them, it is only because I'm now well aware that this wasn't my person. If they don't step up, then it's because they're not the one. It's because there's somebody else better, actually. Someone else more stable. If they do come back in, they'll be a better version of themselves. But if they don't, it's because it wasn't supposed to be them. There's more than one amazing partnership for me in this lifetime, but it's the person who is positive about their emotions that I'm supposed to develop something stable with. That's what this storyline is looking like right now. Then that teacup imagery is all about, the truth is, man, I spent a lot of time, because I've known all along this didn't ever feel done. Some of you, maybe there's distance involved that had to be, traversed also. I mean, goodness sakes, I'm even talking about that location in Amsterdam, so could be somebody in a foreign culture, could be somebody, from far away, but it's almost as if the truth is, maybe you also know that this has always been messy, kind of chaotic. Things start too fast. Conversation happens in spurts and it's not very well thought out. But you also know that there's more still that exists between the two of you. There's still, I mean, this Loki is coming in on a peregrine falcon with a lightning, crashing through the sky. This is like, there's a ton of emotion here. So interesting, though, because what you want, perhaps, is this, again, what you're all about is stability. In this whole storyline, it's always about, I want stability. I don't want chaos. So if somebody comes crashing in, they better be crashing in to say, this is what I want with you. I want long-term, stable, everything. They may come crashing in wildly saying, I don't want this to be done. I want stability. But it's almost like it's got to be that or nothing. That's what this storyline looks like to me. It's that or nothing. It's okay if somebody comes crashing in, but they better come crashing in to say that this is really what I'm ready for. This is good. We got the King of Wands. Now, this would be an open-hearted, amazing, loving individual, okay? But again, this is the truth of what somebody wants, which, again, these are stories, so there's no truth here at all. This is just in our characters' minds. Our character is saying, if somebody shows up and says this to me, that's what I want. That's the truth of what I want. I don't want to just be left hanging and never have something over. I want something to actually progress, but I want it to progress into this. I know that this person, you see the cobra wrapped around their legs. This person doesn't have to be perfect. I know that they come with their own elements, their own problems, their own energy. This is probably a highly attractive couple. They both find each other desperately attractive. That serpent is like Kundalini energy. I mean, they're both beautiful individuals here, right? And there's something like, I think she wants to look at this person as a hero. Now, it doesn't have to be masculine and feminine, right? This could be two masculines, this could be two feminines, flip-flop roles, whatever. All of that is reversible and changeable. It doesn't have to be these earth sign and fire sign either. It could be anything. But it's like, I want stability with somebody who's passionate about me. That's the summary that I get. And I want someone who's a protector. And I want somebody who, they don't have to be perfect, but they got to be passionate about me. And we got to have a new dawn. We got to have real understanding here. And then I want a whole bunch of things. Like, she got 8 arms here. She wants everything. She wants a life together and a romance together and a business together and a child together and all these things. Like, that's my dream come true. My partner doesn't have to be perfect, but they got to be in love with me. They got to want the same stuff that I want. That's what the truth of this is. So truth is, this feels like it's not really over, but the other truth is, it's got to come in this way or it's not going to work. Okay, so what is the potential outcome here then? 9 of Cups in the reverse. This is actually better to see this particular card in the reverse, only because this is a card of overindulgence, more so than happiness. In this particular deck, it's more about indulgence. And we can see somebody just kind of laying around, eating their grapes, kind of being treated like a little, mini emperor, empress energy here, but like not of the good variety, like the selfish kind of petulant kind. So it's really like not a bad idea to hopefully turn that energy around so that we don't have that indulgent energy anymore. 9 of Swords in the reverse. Look, one way or another, I'm not going to be troubled with however this shakes out. however it's supposed to go is how it's going to go. That's what I trust is going to happen, because that's what's supposed to happen. I'm digging this, actually. I'm seeing like this, to me, this looks really good, because one way or another, 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody's got to be done doing the work on their inner child here and be ready to cooperate in a real situation. But if they're not, then I can leave this. I can let this go. I feel like this is a huge breath of fresh air, because it's like, look, if it's not going to be what I really want, and we already saw someone is coming to this huge level of acceptance that if someone doesn't come right toward me and tell me that they want me and only me in the same way I want them, then it's only because there's somebody else out there that is on my path that I'm supposed to meet. You know, I can't get hung up, you know, at this roadside diner, you know, all day and all night instead of getting back on the road driving. You know, I've already eaten my fill at this diner. There, why am I staying here anymore? Get back on the road and keep driving. You know, that's the equivalent of this. If this person turns out to have just been one road stop in the, you know, your travel, your journey through life, and you had a great meal with them at that road stop, you enjoyed their company, but once you're done eating, that unless you're going to move to that town to live right there with that road stop diner, you probably have to get back on the road and keep traveling because you have other places to go. I don't know if that'll make much sense, but that's what just popped into my head. I feel like there is some travel energy in this whole storyline. Got the Tower. There's so that going back to that potential outcome, letting go of this indulgent attitude, letting go of, and this could be how you viewed someone else. Like they were always out for a good time, but not a long time. That's not the way I want to run things. So I'm not stressed because if they can't change that way, it's not going to match with me. I'm not going to cooperate, which basically means me saying, okay, however you behave is I'll just accept, especially not if somebody you maybe recognize they still had inner work to do. Well, we have a Tower. This is burning down an ego. Very precisely in that card is burning down an ego. But it's also us being set free. We're no longer held captive anymore. Aries energy there. Ooh, we got the Death again. Major transformation. Hermit in the reverse. Somebody's done being quiet. Somebody's done healing themselves. I feel like you are on the move again. I feel like you are about to meet somebody totally different. Somebody maybe more suited to you. But you're at a crossroads. I mean, this could also be that they're at a crossroads. We do have 2 Death cards, so it could also be that they are coming to the same conclusion. Maybe you're sitting in that teacup in Amsterdam is making them realize, wow, it's time for me to change some things. This could be all about them since we have the Death card twice. But somebody is realizing that it's time to, I don't know, this is deep introspection, and now somebody's ready to make decisions about their life. There is still a reluctance to either completely sever the connection with this person, or this person is still a little bit they're still struggling with letting go of some pieces of who they have been. It results in a 3 of Cups. So we, at minimum, we could remain friends. At maximum, we could have a really wonderful celebratory coming back together energy. I mean, this is almost looking like you've already left somebody behind. I think you ended something, because we started with that first Scorpio Death card. And then we've seen, you know, the thing that you kind of, you laid down something that you thought could have been really successful with that imagery of the cigar, but then telling yourself the truth of, well, here's what I really want, and nothing but that will do. And then our outcome, it's just that the outcome is a weird blend for both people, for both characters, is what it seems like to me. Because somebody is deciding, yeah, I don't want, you know, being this indulgent doesn't work. And I'm not stressed out because now I have a clear vision of this. The reason I haven't been cooperating is because my ego is in the way. I want to change things. I want to, I'm done doing some soul searching, but now I'm a little bit concerned, almost like if I've changed, then what do I do next? And it seems like somebody is saying, well, I can't move on from you. I need to see you again. But if this is all also interwoven with you, it's kind of like you've been consistently releasing this person, letting things fall apart. You seem to be ready to meet somebody new, but you still seem to be kind of stuck on the idea of at least wanting to have one more conversation with them. I feel like two people have different ideas about each other now. You're like, I know that I've known all along this wasn't really over, so I at least want to have a conversation, maybe just be friends or something. I don't know, but I'm not expecting much. Hold on. I thought I was going to sneeze. Sorry. I was going to sneeze. Let me get one more on that 3 of Cups. That came out fast. 10 of Cups. Well, it could still go in one direction or another. This could say you want to have a conversation with somebody to say, I really want this kind of happiness. And so, I can just have you in my life as a friend, but I'm going after this for myself now. But it could be a shocker because that other person may be able to say, I've done a whole bunch of changes in my life, big changes. I dropped some old behavior and I'm ready to have this rebirth. I know what I want now and I want to go in a new direction, but I can't seem to go in a new direction unless you're with me. This person could be very persuasive. This could be just what you had hoped for. This could be also simply, I don't know. It all depends on how somebody really comes across. Have they really changed? I mean, it seems like you let this go completely. And if this person is, it just looks like you're done sacrificing. You sacrificed an awful lot here, even though it still didn't feel completed. I kind of think that there was always a holding on energy, like wishing that this could be different, but getting to the point where you know that there's somebody else out there if this can't be different, and you were really okay with that. Maybe that is the thing that triggers that final transformation in somebody, because it's different when we actually get to the end of our rope sometimes, and somebody knows it. Like, you're not lifting a finger. You decided you're not lifting a finger. You genuinely let go of a situation that could have been everything, but you pulled back all of the love and energy, is what it looked like, and said to yourself very calmly, this person was perhaps just a road stop diner. That's not what I wanted them to be. That's not what they were for me. But if that's all they choose to be for me, I can let them go. I think that this is a very powerful reading, because I would say the main message is that it's, I can let this go. And that to me is the biggest, most powerful aspect, because it says that not clinging to anything, even though there's still emotions there. And even though there is still an element of like, God, I wish this was different, but I can let this go. I can meet the next person if that's what needs to happen. But it's interesting because getting that serious about it seems to be the thing that changes the perspective in this. So anyway, I'm just going to leave that one there. It is what it is. These are always just stories. So take what, has a message in it that makes sense and release anything that doesn't. But I like the fact that that's a big message. I can let this go, because if it isn't this person, it just means that there's someone else that will be what I'm looking for. So anyway, you guys, thank you for liking, for sharing, for subscribing, all those wonderful things. And please do check out my wonderful friend in Greece. He's the one who took this photo, and he kindly permitted me to blow it up into this gorgeous backdrop. This is my all-time favorite backdrop. And of course, we're headed for that full moon on the 17th, the wolf moon. So look for all the zodiac readings for the wolf moon. Those are all, I have just 4 left to do today, so they'll all be out, and I'll put up the playlist for you guys. Okay, bye.